Alright guys, time for mail time. First, check this out. iFixit 64-bit driver kit. What? If you're anyone like me, you have used iFixit to fix your iPhone or change the screen on your MacBook or for whatever repairs you've done to your devices. You probably looked online to find instructions how to take it apart. And iFixit by far has the best one, step by step. They have the videos where you can just follow along and then pause if you're lagging behind or whatever. And it's super useful if you want to change your battery, if you want to change the screen, if you want to change motherboards from one phone to the other one or one computer to the other one. They're the best thing. So I got to meet them and went to check out their office, and they sent me this. Thank you, iFixit. Let's check it out, what's inside. All right, here we go. Look at this. Oh, look at that. It's got little magnets. So these holes on here with little magnets. And it's just a little screwdriver and a bunch of bits. 64-bit. Anything from the weirdest, the triangle one, to the stars, to the security Torx. More security bits. Wow, T2. It goes all the way down to T2. These are really small. Yeah, this is super useful. This is the tool that you would use to take out like a SIM card. Wow, this is pretty helpful. I am gonna actually get a lot of use of this one. I am always needing this. I don't have a really good tool set, and so this is actually pretty useful. In fact, this is so useful that I'm gonna use it for the next package. Yeah! This comes from our friend Tom Ammerman. Tom is our eBay seller that you guys all bought those hoverboard batteries from. He's got new batteries. Let's check these guys out. So these battery packs come in this white box like this. They have a status indicator, charge indicator. So I'd say that I use my brand new kit here, bit kit here, to take this apart and see what kind of cells it's got inside. Let's do it. T20 is gonna do the trick. Stinger Medical LLC, Mobius battery touch sensor. So it knows when you're holding this battery, and I guess maybe it actually turns off the connector. It probably has some MOSFETs that it turns off so that when you're actually connecting it, or when you're holding it like this, they're turned off and then there's no spark in the connector. And then, here is the thing. This is, from what it looks like, a 3S battery pack. 5 cells, times 3, that's 15 cells. 3S 5P. So this looks like a proprietary 3S BMS, and it's got a 2468. It's got a kind of a custom 8-pin connector here that we don't have the connector, unfortunately, so I don't know how useful this board is, but you can find a third-party 3S BMS board all day on eBay, so that's no big deal. Yeah, let's remove this thing. This thing is not gonna be very useful to us. The right tool. Look at that, it's got the magnetic tip. And just like that, you remove this proprietary board. It would be cool if we can find how to use it, but I doubt very much that we're gonna be able to figure it out. I don't really want to spend the time. If anybody wants to take a crack at it, let me know. We'll send you some of these so you can check them out. Alright, so the next thing that you can do if you wanted to, you can take off all these connections in between the cells on both sides, and then you take off those screws right here, and then the two halves will come apart, and then you can take the cells. I have done that exact thing here, and you can take this apart. This is just plastic, molded plastic, and then you have access to each individual cell. I have one of these testing for capacity at the moment, and so then we can look at these batteries. Look at these guys. So these are called the Boston Power Sonata 5300, right? Made in Taiwan. It's got a bunch of other numbers in here. The 5300 stands for 5300 milliamp hours, and that's what these cells were when they were brand new. Let's look at the data sheet. Check it out. Here is the data sheet. Yeah, 5300 milliamp hours. Nominal energy is 19.3 watt hours. That is actually pretty amazing for this package. It's essentially is the same size as two 18650s, right? If you put these guys in here and put two 18650s, they're the same length and about the same girth as two 18650s. The energy density is not the highest available, right? But let's see. It would be gravimetric energy density would be 202 watt hours per kilogram. Volumetric is 490 watt hours per liter. Cycle life to 80% capacity is 1,000 cycles. So there you go. These are cells that last quite a bit, especially if you were to make a giant battery that doesn't cycle every day. One that, you know, maybe you can cycle it once every couple of days. Yeah, you're looking at a lot of life. 1,000 cycles, it's a few years. Charging method, constant current and then constant voltage, 3.7 amps, 0.7 C to 4.2, and then 50 milliamps for the last part of the charge curve. Recommended fast charge 8 amps. I did charge this at 10 amps. Wow. Okay, yeah, they don't like 10 amp charge. I'm charging at 10 amp right now, and it's 150 degrees. Yeah, I guess I don't recommend doing that. I'm gonna have to put a fan on it. It got up to 180 degrees, so I wouldn't recommend it. Charge negative 20 to 60 degrees Celsius. Discharge negative 40 to 70 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so 20, so negative 20 Celsius is like negative 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's really cold. I mean, almost 100 degrees below freezing. So it seems like these are really good for cold climate. Cycle life at 100% depth of discharge. So on the first cell that I tested, I only got 4,700 milliamp hours, and according to this chart, well, 4,700 milliamp hours, they're probably around between 600 and 650 cycles. Now, what are these good for then if they have some degradation in them? I mean, they're like 50%, just a little bit over 50% of their stated life, right? Well, I would recommend these for, Powerwall applications. Well, these cells are pretty decent. They put out a decent amount of power. They can be charged quickly. They'll take up to 8 amps. And of course, as I showed you, they do get hot at 10 amps, right? Maybe at 8 amps if the temperature's pretty low, and maybe I'll do that and post it at the end of this video. But strip down all the packs to this level, and then you put them side by side. You can connect them in series, and you can make 12, 24, 36, 48 volts, and then you can make more of those strings and then parallel to them if you want more capacity. So these are already put together. It would be quicker than you actually soldering a bunch of 18650 cells. The other thing is that these 15 cells have been together since the very beginning, and so the degradation is going to be pretty similar across the entire module here, and so that will save you a bunch of time by not having to test individual, hundreds of individual cells. So that's my recommendation for these. There's 6 or 7 pallets of this available. I don't know how many there are per pallet, but I think there's like, I don't know, a few hundred of them per pallet. So there's quite a bit for anyone out there interested in even doing like a really large Powerwall thing. So here's the link. This is from Tom. Tom is a good seller on eBay. He's been shipping all those hoverboard batteries to us, and so he can be trusted. So if you're building a large power wall and you're not particularly looking forward into testing hundreds of cells, this would be a way to do it. I'm gonna take all these apart and do my own little power wall just to show you guys in a future video. Once again, thanks for watching my videos. Remember that if you want to support my projects, if you want to support my channel, you can do so by becoming my patron. These are a few of my long-time patrons. I want to thank you guys. You guys make this possible, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Like I can't leave, but this place leaves me empty. Got caught in a fake scene.